Caroline from CarolineVencil.com here. I am here today to help you make more money from your blog and business. I got some questions from my members and I figured I would share the answers with you. So let's go. Alrighty. I can answer this question without being cranky about PayPal, but we're going to answer it. I'd love some input as to what tools to use that will give a simple cart checkout connection that is mobile friendly, specifically one that connects to lead pages. I lost at least one sale because a buyer didn't have PayPal. Also, I know you have beef with PayPal, but what else is there? I do have beef with PayPal. I do. And I guess that we can go into this story very briefly. Very briefly. In 2021, PayPal emailed me and was like, we're just shutting down your accounts. You can't do business with us anymore. But we're keeping your money for 6 months and then maybe you'll get it back. So fun fact, I have, and this is kind of like what's wild to me is I did nothing wrong. They called me a Ponzi scheme and an MLM. I do all of my checkout processes through ThriveCart. I emailed ThriveCart and was like, what is happening? How did anything get sent up as a, PayPal? How did anything from my ThriveCart checkouts get sent to PayPal and get flagged as like spam? Never got any chargebacks, very minimal refund requests or anything like that. It was like, how did this happen? And PayPal wouldn't give me any answers. I'm not kidding you. I spent like 5 hours on like a phone call with tech support. I got no answers. They literally had to read my email that I was sent verbatim, and that's all that they could tell me. So I do have some beef with PayPal. I just do. And so ever since then, if I still use PayPal because like this person said, if you having PayPal on your checkout processor really does make the checkout process better. I know, but I fought it for a while. And then here's the thing. Once this all happened, I shut down all of my PayPal accounts. Obviously, I couldn't use them anymore. And so we just went to Stripe, and I was just using Stripe for a period of time. However, I started to notice a small change in my conversion rate. Coincidence? Not really, because then I started another PayPal account. Maybe I started another PayPal account, potentially. Maybe. I started another PayPal account, wink, wink. And then, wouldn't you know it, adding PayPal back to my checkouts increased my conversion rate. So basically, having an option where people can use a checkout processor like like Stripe or Square, where you can use just your regular credit card or debit card information and process it in that manner, plus having PayPal as an option at checkout makes the checkout process easier, smoother, faster, because think about it. So everything comes back to this. We have to remember inside of our readers' heads, what can I do to make this process simple? Because the more simple that something is, the less confused people will be. And even if a checkout has to go to like 2 steps or 3 steps or something, people are going to start to lose interest. And it becomes is this more effort than it's worth to get this product? And so we want to make the checkout process super simple because confused people don't buy. And if we confuse people at checkout, then it becomes problematic. And then, you are going to see your conversion rates going down. So having PayPal as a checkout processor where you don't have to carry around your credit card with you, you don't have to remember what the numbers are or the expiration date or the CVV code, the numbers on the back of it. You don't have to remember. You don't have to remember all of that. You just have to remember your login for PayPal. See how much more simple it is when you have that as an option. But I will say this, if you do use PayPal, make sure that you withdraw your money from it at the end of every day. End of every single day, withdraw your money from it. There you go. So that's my big thing. But as far as like what other options are there for checkout processors? You can use, I know that Shopify has its own option. So if you're using Shopify for a store platform, they have Shopify checkout. You could use Stripe, which I do recommend. You can use PayPal as well. I don't not recommend it, but I do recommend it with severe caution. There's that. There's Stripe, there's that. There's also Google and Apple Pay, as well as like Stripe and PayPal. At least that's what I use through ThriveCart. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody use Google Pay or Apple Pay. I don't know. I've never used it personally. But Square, Stripe, and PayPal. Those are the big ones. There are obviously there are other options, but I don't think that they are for business checkouts. So whenever I say, PayPal is terrible, people automatically come in with like Venmo and Zelle and Cash App, which Venmo is owned by PayPal, first off. Second, Zelle and Cash App, you cannot use those for business transactions. So obviously, like if I want somebody to buy my course, we're going to use my coffee, which I haven't drank yet, as an example for a course. This is my course. Buy it. You cannot necessarily, like in an automatic checkout process, have a Cash App. That's really kind of difficult. I don't recommend that for that purpose. I also don't think that it's possible to do that, if we're being completely honest. But those are the options that I would recommend. And if you do use PayPal, use it with the knowledge that I posted a video on TikTok of what PayPal did to my two accounts with, I think that it was close to it was more than $10,000 between two different accounts that they shut down. And the number of people who said the exact same thing happened to me, I think that video has more than 1,000 comments of people saying that the exact same thing happened to them with PayPal. So just be careful when you're using that for a checkout processor. That's the big thing. And a simple cart connection that is mobile friendly. Almost all of the cart options right now are mobile friendly. Sendowl is the cheapest. As far as I know, Sendowl is the cheapest. You can also use a Shopify buy button, which is also one of the pretty cheap shopping connections. It is worth mentioning, though, with the Shopify buy button, if it's like under $29, I think. I think that the buy button itself is like $9 a month, or it could be free. I could be wrong. It is limited. There's only a few things that you can use it for. So just be aware of that going in. I do like ThriveCart. What I didn't like about ThriveCart is that you have to pay for it in a large lump sum up front. So I have ThriveCart Plus is what I think that it is. I have affiliates and everything that I can use inside of ThriveCart. So I didn't just pay for like base model ThriveCart, which is I think $4.95. I paid for the next step up, which was it $6.95 or $7.95? What happened to my arm? It was something like that. It was either $6 or $7.95. Just be aware of that going in. If you do choose to use ThriveCart, which I do love and I recommend, but it is a lot of money up front. So if you're not sure about products yet, if you're not sure what kind of things you want to offer, I would stick with Sendowl because it is much less expensive and you are paying monthly for it. But if you choose that you don't like it after a month or two, then you're not up the creek without a paddle. You don't have to worry about that being like, oh no, what do? I just spent $700. You spent $9 and you decided that you didn't like it and want to explore other options. That's a lot better than spending $700 and then deciding you don't like it. It's worth mentioning also, if we are talking about like easy to use checkout processors, Leadpages has a checkout processor option to use directly through Leadpages. It is the next step up. So baseline Leadpages is it $29 a month? I think. Let's just go with that. It's something like $29 a month for baseline Leadpages. If you want to pay for the checkout option, I think that it's called Leadpages Premium right now. That one is $47 a month. So it basically is kind of like the same price as using ThriveCart once you get past the $9 a month option. It's kind of like using ThriveCart payment option wise if you want to. I had problems with it, and so I decided not to use it going forward. And that's why I went with ThriveCart versus Lead Pages checkout, it's just worth kind of knowing that there are different options out there that you can choose to use if you want to. If you want to. And so kind of be aware of that as your budget, what you're hoping to accomplish, what kind of products you want to offer, if having a shop is better for you, if having an option where you can do subscriptions or payment plans easily is going to be better for you, which is what you could do through ThriveCart. So just kind of weighing out those benefits, cost analysis benefits. And I wouldn't necessarily worry about like mobile readiness for any of them because everything is mobile ready at this point. It is the year of our Lord 2022. Everything has to be mobile ready because almost this has been consistent for like a long time. But 80% of traffic across the board is coming from mobile. That's it. 80% of the traffic is coming from mobile. So be aware of that with everything that you use. So yeah. All right. I hope that helped you so much. And if you liked this video, make sure that you like it. Ask your questions in the comments. Let me know what you think. Make sure that you subscribe for more information and blog related topics to help you make more money from your blog and from your online business. All right, guys, take care. See you next time. Bye.